Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Mayor of Chicago Johnson gets absolutely roasted by this reporter with one simple question. And he was not happy about it. Let's dive in.
Over the last week, I've literally interacted with over 300,000 plus real Chicagoans who say that it is hate speech for you to evoke the Civil War, to evoke bringing back the Confederacy, to say that law enforcement is a sickness when you yourself have over 150 sworn police officers on your detail. What do you say to these people, and will you ask your 150 sworn police officer CPD detail to stand down if you and your wife Stacy are ever attacked, shot at, or rammed with a protester vehicle?
Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that your numbers of interactions have gone down to only 300,000.
Actually, millions, but personally, I've interacted with over 300,000, believe it or not.
It went down this week.
No, it's going up.
You just
Higher
said-
than yours, by the way.
So 300.
By the way, check out your comments. Check out the comments on your feed.
I think it's important to be able to make sure that to the people that you're talking to, though you're talking to less and less people every week, is that they know the truth. Here's what I've said. That
Please.
the addiction
Please.
on jails and incarceration and the addiction of militarism, it is an evil. Dr. King made that very clear.
Really?
He did. And so I believe it's incumbent upon us to make sure that the real Chicagoans or the real people of America, instead of sending billions of dollars overseas, we should be spending it on the people right here in the city of Chicago.
Well, the real Chicagoans that I talk to, that I communicate with, mostly black and brown, actually, tell me that you don't seem to know the difference between illegal aliens and real Chicago citizens. They feel that you are siding with the illegal aliens over them in their communities. Sadly,
William, let's get to the question.
let's get to the question. The real question is simply this. I don't know how to make it any more direct. An illegal alien from Nicaragua grabbed a woman on the north side last week,
Question?
bashed her head into the sidewalk, knocked her unconscious, and her. If that had been your wife, Stacy,
Okay, all right, we're not going to answer.
if that had been your wife, Stacy, would you want ICE to deport her, to deport that
let's
illegal
move on.
alien? Yes or no?
Let's move on.
Answer the question as a man, not as mayor, but as a man. Would you want
Thanks.
ICE to deport that? No?
Timon?
Okay. That's the answer.
Hey y'all, are y'all having trouble maintaining your weight loss goals? And I've got a new thing for you, and it's not Ozempic. It's not working out for 3 hours of the day, and it's not starving yourself. Get this, it's hypnosis through Hypnosio. Hypnosio is a revolutionary self-hypnotherapy app designed to help you achieve your weight loss goals by addressing the root causes of weight gain. Unlike traditional diet and exercise routines, Hypnosio will quite literally help your subconscious change your habits. Through guided hypnotherapy sessions, Hypnosio will allow you to identify and change underlying behavioral patterns and will help you start managing weight loss. Whether you're struggling with stress eating, other bad eating habits, or really just maintaining those long-term goals, Hypnosio provides a science-backed approach to maintaining weight loss. Try it for yourself. Just check the link in the description. You can try Hypnosio's 2-month plan for $16.50 a month, which is half of the normal rate. Or you can try their 6-month program, which will have $11 a month installments, which is 75% less of the regular month-to-month rate. So take back control to help you look and feel better than you have perhaps in ages with this creative new weight management program through Hypnosio.
That's the answer for real Chicagoans.
Mayor, sorry for being late to traffic's bad. Maybe the feds can help.
You're not blaming me for the traffic, are you? Watch it.
Megan Boss, decapitated, her body abused in a dumpster, in a bleach-filled dumpster on this man's property, right?
Okay.
You have stated over and over and over again that you don't want ICE in Chicago. If that had been Stacy, If that had been your wife, Stacy Spotty, that had been decapitated,
All right,
abused.
that's not an appropriate question. Yeah.
It's a very real people. The people of Chicago are asking me to ask you this very specific question. Had that been your wife, Stacy, would you want ICE to pick up this illegal alien?
I'm not going to entertain your question here. But
You're not going to answer. Well, okay, my follow-up question is regarding...
I actually believe that what you're saying is quite threatening.
What?
It's quite threatening.
Really?
Can we move on to the next person here?
Excuse me, but no,
And if you continue to behave in such a way, we'll just make sure that we take the appropriate steps. You are threatening and provocative.
This is a question that the real people of
No, this
Chicago
is a-
are asking.
William, please give me the microphone. We ask for respect. We give it to you. I expect the same.
This is a very serious
Sir,
question.
We understand. Please give me the
From
microphone.
the adage of
I do not wanna
success
have this
has many
conversation.
fathers and
Please.
failure is an orphan.
Have more respect for the office and for yourself right now.
This is a very
Sir,
serious question
I
that the real
understand.
people of Chicago are asking me to
And
ask.
I am seriously asking you to show respect for this office and give me the
What
microphone.
about the respect for the real people of Chicago who
William?
want this question asked
Hey,
This
and
que-
answered?
We are done, sir.
William, you gotta-
Please give me the mic.
you gotta move on.
Thank you.
Thanks.
First off, thank you to William J. Kelly for asking the real questions. People like this do keep my belief in journalistic integrity alive. Because he's asking real questions, he's asking important things, and he's trying to get these Democrat mayors. Because we just had one in Chicago. And when I say we, I shouldn't say we. I'm a Southern boy. The only time I've ever been to Chicago was when I missed a flight in O'Hare. I missed a connecting flight there once. That was my fault too, but that's not important. The important thing is we have these really weird mayors in these Democrat cities that have this weird refusal to look a problem in the eye and say there's a problem. And then when it comes to things like illegal immigration, when it comes to the, because Chicago has a huge Latino population as well, and it's been growing, and growing abnormally under the Biden administration. Funny how that works. And these mayors understand the value of rhetoric. That's what Democrats do. And I'm going to try my best to explain what's really going on here. These mayors refuse to break with lefty orthodoxy because they know if they do, the rich white liberals of the city are going to get mad and they're going to vote for someone else. That is the fundamental problem with these Democrat areas. And then he goes around and has to deflect from a major question that, hey, you have illegal immigration in your backyard. What would you do if someone you loved had one of these horrific stories occur to them? This isn't a hypothetical. This is a question of what you would do as a human being. Would you deport people who have done something violent and inhumane? The short answer every single time should be yes. An unequivocal yes. But Democrats won't do that. All right? They won't do it. And that's why his poll numbers are in the gutter. Listen to this. A new poll on the mayor's popularity by the University of Chicago Mansueto Institute for Urban Innovation shows that citywide, only 26% of residents approve of the way Johnson is handling his job of mayor, while 58% disapprove, and another 16% had no opinion. I'm kind of shocked that 16% had no opinion on this. This is a pretty easy issue to understand. And so what I think is interesting about these two numbers is that 58% is double. Okay? When those numbers are doubled, you aren't just in the wrong, you are doing something objectively terrible. And at 26%, those are the amounts of people that for some reason will cling to Democrat leadership even as the ship is sinking. And they will deny that there has been a hole in the hull, and the ship hasn't just been taken on water, it has also apparently had too much extra baggage, in this case, illegal immigrants committing far too many crimes above what is being reported, by the way. And I could go on in another direction because this dude decided to invoke the Confederacy. I do need to address this. I'm really glad this video got brought up. This Mayor Johnson, decided to say that what Trump is doing would be exactly what the Confederacy would have done if they had won the war. And for someone to invoke the Confederacy while being in Chicago isn't just tone deaf, it's dumb. It is absolutely dumb on a whole multitude of levels. The Confederacy was an incompetent group of states that could not move any material around properly. Jeff Davis was one of the worst politicians the worst politician in Confederate history. He was not good at his job. The mayors were, the governors refused a whole lot of orders. The South had some mental problems. As a matter of fact, it had the exact same mental problems that they do with the Democrats today. Funny how that works. They had a wealthy elite making all of their decisions, and if you dare deviate from them, they'd come after you. That was a legitimate thing in the South ever since the 1819 tariff got passed. That's why there was an 1820 compromise and another one in 1850. These Southerners were all going insane in order to protect something that was objectively stupid. So you know what? Thank you, Brandon Johnson. Thank you for bringing that up, because it's just a reminder that history, for some reason, repeats itself. When you have a crazy elite running your party, telling you what you have to do, and telling you to ignore the clear problems, ignoring something that is very, very vile, you've got a problem. And that's why Democrats talk like this. They know that their rhetoric means something, and so they refuse to talk about the truth, even when it is right in front of their faces, even when their poll numbers are at 26% approval. This happens across the country. This happened after Laken Riley lost her life. The mayor of Athens, Clarke County, a third world country, if there was one, because the resort on there is the University of Georgia. That mayor wound up saying, don't take this out on illegal immigrants. They are terrified that the masses are finally going to say, enough with the nonsense. We're going to rip you out of power. That is why the Democrats are doing what they're doing. I think it's very ironic that the Confederacy got brought up at all. But it's a reminder that history does repeat itself. But I'm beginning to repeat myself. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. My name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on Politibrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Until then, y'all have a good one.